What's up, everybody? Dark 1985. There's levels to this. This one is more of a question, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. So, obviously, the Marvel versus Capcom thing is pretty big. That game skipping, whatever. That's what's gravitating in the gaming news right now. But there's a few narratives out there, but this one I thought was really interesting, and I just wanted to ask the question and see what the validity of it. I guess. Let's clear up. I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think they've already spoken about the reason as to why this game is not coming out on the Xbox Series. I think it's something has to do with the way the Xbox doesn't run Xbox One games or the MT framework. I don't know. I have no idea. But apparently, it's not because of this narrative that we're going to talk about. But I still want to talk about it and see if there's any again truth to this. There is a belief out there that Xbox has conditioned its audience to not buy games. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. I promise you this: Xbox did not teach me how to be frugal. Xbox did not teach me how to look for a deal. Xbox did not teach me to use common sense with my money. Xbox did not teach me um, anything that you can attribute to why a person would not buy a game on the Xbox platform. What Xbox did do, however, and I will admit, they presented an opportunity for me not to have to buy the games. But I want to tell you something. I don't know how many people out there also did the same thing, but I can speak for myself. But before Game Pass, I really didn't buy a lot of games in the traditional sense. What I mean is this: I always bought used games. Very, very rarely would I have bought a brand new game. Very, very rarely would I have bought a digital game. When I was buying a game before Game Pass, my way of getting games was going to GameStop, and the first thing I would do is look at that 2 for 20 bins. I've been playing old games. That has been my mantra for a while. Looking at the 2 for 20 bin. That was my thing. So when I would buy a used game, doesn't matter what price I was paying, if I was paying more than $15 or not, that money was not going to the publisher. That money was not going to the developer. That money was not going to PlayStation, Xbox. No, no, no. That money was going to GameStop. The game had already been purchased by somebody. They came back and traded it in. And now I was buying the used game. So the original sale of that game was already done. They weren't getting my money at all. That's the way that I was buying games. Now, I don't know how true it is, the sales numbers, because obviously Xbox doesn't release sale numbers. When Phil said that Game Pass is going to have people buying more games, here's the reality again for me. Ever since I've started using Game Pass, I have purchased more games. I have purchased more games at full price. Unfortunately, and I gotta be honest with you guys, right? Most of the games that I've purchased full price have been on the PlayStation. Most of the games that I've purchased at all period have been games that aren't on Game Pass. So far, there's only been one game that I bought that later came to Game Pass, and that was Gotham Knights. I bought Gotham Knights on Xbox. I also bought Gotham Knights on Steam. So I actually bought the game twice. I know people be like, "Oh, you don't buy games with it, right?" Um, and then it came to Game Pass, which is okay. I mean, it is what it is, right? I didn't buy Starfield, and I freaking adore Starfield. I didn't buy Hellblade 2, and I freaking adore Hellblade 2. I didn't buy, if it's on Game Pass, to me, I'm not buying it. Now, they're going to tell you that this is a condition that Xbox is now putting on their gamers. No, no, people that want to buy their stuff are still going to buy their stuff, and people that are want to go with the deal are going to go with the deal. It is what it is. It's not a condition. And like I said, I will buy a game if I can't have it on Game Pass. It's not like I won't buy it. What I do know is this though, okay? I am willing to wait. I'm patient now. I'm willing to wait to see if this game will go to Game Pass, and it depends how much I want to play the game. This is another reality that people don't like to admit. We are in a world where free to play games are dominating the market, where you can have as much fun, the graphics look just as good, if not better, and the gameplay is phenomenal on free to play game as much as they are on games that you're paying for. So, because there's games out there that are free to play that you'll drop endless amounts of hours and you will enjoy it, that means that there's games out there that have a price tag on it that are not worth the purchase. It's just a reality. There are games out there that are just not worth the purchase. It just is what it is. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. So people wanted to run with this Marvel vs. Capcom thing, saying that the games aren't coming to Xbox because the Xbox players don't buy games. And unless you have your game on Game Pass, there's no point in putting your game on Xbox. I don't know how much money you lose by putting your game on Xbox, even if it's not on Game Pass. That's for somebody else to figure out. But if you're not putting your game on Game Pass, on Xbox, just because you're not going to put it on Game Pass, then I need you to understand this if you're a developer, okay? Yes, you are competing with Game Pass. You are. You are. I'm not going to lie to you. But your work should be good enough that you feel that, you know what, my game is worthy of being purchased, whether or not it has to compete on Game Pass. By you putting your game on a platform that's not on all the other platforms but Xbox, even though it might not be many, you are excluding some gamers out there. And maybe the juice is worth the squeeze there. I don't really know. I have no idea. But essentially, by developers also making Xbox obsolete, because that's what they will be doing if they keep skipping Xbox, you will essentially create a console monopoly that everyone keeps saying that they don't want and they hate. Unless Nintendo decides to fight Sony for the control of the console space, the home console space, more games that skip Xbox means more people will skip on Xbox and will buy PlayStation, and that's going to give PlayStation more power, more leverage to tell you, the developer, how much it's going to cost for you to put your games on their platform. Because you best believe Sony's going to be getting a cut, right? I don't know, man. I just don't know how much, again, Xbox supposedly has influenced me to not buy games. The fact of the matter is, since Game Pass, I have bought more games. Again, maybe not on the Xbox platform, unfortunately. I bought them more on the other platforms. But I'm still buying games. Let me know what you guys think. DocDog1985, there's levels to this. For this game, though, I'm not going to support it on another platform. It just is what it is. Even though I play on PC now, so I'm going to have a chance to play it if I really wanted to. But it's just, I don't know. I don't like the move. And again, if you're an Xbox gamer, if you buy this game somewhere else, you're letting them know that you're okay with it. But that's up to you. We out. Peace.